a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits.
Welcome to the Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Robert
And Charlie.
Charlie.
Hey, Robert, are we alone? I don't know. Are we alone today? Do you think?
One can argue we are always alone, that truly we are stuck in our mortal shells, never truly being able to express things like pain or desire in an adequate way that will relate 100% to other humans. We truly are.
Fully connecting
Mm-hmm.
with others. It's terrifying.
Truly, we are alone.
But are we at sea?
Oh, no, we're not alone at sea. But you know who is alone at sea? Steven, Greg, and Lapis. In today's episode, Season 3, Episode 15, Alone at Sea, which premiered July 28th, 2016. But before we proceed, Charlie, dare I ask?
No.
All right.
We could always just mention how there's that DashCon 2. It's going to happen again. You can always mention that.
What are you going to call... Because, calling the first year of DashCon 2, what are they going to do? Are they going to call the next year DashCon 3? Is that what's going to happen?
I feel like they need... Let's see, the questions in the email. Okay, let's talk about this email, because we don't have anything. DashCon 3, question mark.
I don't know if we mentioned before, but, we did email them trying to be like, hey, can we please be presenters at your panel? And can we get a panel? They said no because they had too many. They offered us an online panel and we said no.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as fun. I really wanted to make a trip out of it and do that thing.
Go to Toronto. I think that's where it is, right? Toronto?
Listen, everything that it's in Canada is always in Toronto. That's just how it be.
Except Percy Jackson filming, which is in Vancouver.
Filming things is different. Filming is in Vancouver. Comic-Con things, Toronto. Just, that's kind of how it is. It seems like.
This has been a fantastic coverage of the Steven Universe episode Alone at Sea, where we talk about the DashCon 2 Discord for 20 minutes. I'm gonna put that whole interaction after the credits, so tune in for that. And now we can go back proper into talking about Steven Universe. So the episode opens up with Steven taking Lapis to the pier, to the docking area, the docks. That's what they're called. Oh my God, Robert! And I do love how Steven's like, close your eyes, and Lapis had put her water wings over her eyes, but it's water, so she can still see through them.
Yeah, he also tells her to close her eyes as well, but she knows where they are at this point. You can, start to hear the seagulls in the ocean. And then guess what? It's a boat.
Greg bought a boat.
He rented a boat. Excuse you.
Absolutely correct. He rented a boat because it is significantly cheaper to rent a boat. He may be rich, but he's not throwing away his money willy-nilly.
I think he should have just gotten himself a boat, straight up.
I'm gonna be so fucking for real. As someone who likes Jaws and someone who's dating someone who's an avid Jaws fan, I'm surprised I didn't hear the phrase, we need a bigger boat, or some variation throughout this episode.
That is kind of funny. We have to reintroduce Greg to Lapis, because they haven't officially met. And she's like, who's this strange man, Steven? What's going on here? And he's like, hi, I'm Greg Universe. You broke my leg when you took the Earth's ocean. He holds out his hand, trying to shake hers, and she's like, I don't know what that is. She doesn't interact with it at all.
Yeah, so to avoid the awkwardness, Steven is like, hey, let's get on the boat. Steven asks her what she thinks about this, and she's like, I don't know what to say. Steven tries to pep talk her, and he's like, hey, listen, you had bad experiences with water because you were trapped as malachite under the ocean, but you shouldn't let that take away your enjoyment of water, because water is part of who she is. I love this episode for how abuse survivor supportive it is.
Yeah.
They're sort of kidifying it by like making it about fusion or whatever, but even then they still use like language that is comparable, probably 1-to-1 for like abuse victims from abusive relationships.
Yeah, something I didn't even notice until just now. Rewatching this for the pod, we have a new outfit for Steven. He's wearing short shorts. Did you notice? He's wearing cuffed short shorts. Okay?
I mean, the lad needs to wear shorts. Honestly, if you wear jeans going on a boat, you're a fucking psychopath.
Also, we didn't even mention Greg's fits. He's got quite an outfit today.
Greg is rocking a green sweater, a brown coat, his gray shorts, and no shoes.
And the captain's hat, of course. Classic captain's hat. But the shorts are like cutoffs, you know? We will see them again in the next episode. You can even see the little whites in Steven's eyes when he's getting all emotional with Lapis in this scene. When he's like, yeah, come on, we can do this. This is a part of you. So they're going to have a great day. They're going to have so much fun. And what do they do on this freaking boat just to start off? This is my favorite part. Greg's like, full speed ahead. Oh, shit. We took the dock with us a little bit. Oops. No one will notice that.
We, of course, have skipped the most pivotal moment, which is the naming of the ship. The ship is called the Little Lappy. SS Little Lappy. It's great. It's fantastic. It was originally called the SS Missouri.
I love that. That's amazing. Is that foreshadowing for the episode?
You heard it here, folks. Charlie loves misery.
Misery loves company.
Oh my god. I'm gonna throw a sock.
I just love the sign that Greg has to put up so that it says Lil Lappy. That's iconic.
It's like a regular paper banner that's being like duct taped to the side of the boat.
That fully does not. It definitely cannot have made it very far because it's paper and it's on a water. It's on a boat. It's gonna get sprayed by water all day and everything. Yeah.
So they do a bunch of different activities. They drink orange juice. They sunbathe on the deck. But Steven is noticing that Lapis keeps eyeing the ocean strangely, and so he decides to take her up to the bridge so she can blow the horn. Later, Steven and Lapis see Greg fishing, and Lapis tries to help by using her water powers to like lift a bubble of water out of the ocean that has a bunch of fish in it.
Earlier, Greg was like, hey, maybe you guys should like take a turn steering because I'm doing really bad at this. And now they're all first mates of the boat because Lapis does not want to be in charge of anything. You know, this is a very important trauma response, I think. When Greg's like, yeah, take the wheel, Lapis. She's like, I don't want to be in charge. Terrifying. Just
Lapis,
a little bit.
Take the wheel.
Take it from my hands.
Who would be a better driver, Lapis or Jesus? That's a silly question. I'm not going to ask that.
Neither of them, because neither of them have a license.
Oh
yeah, they're fishing, and Lapis does it very fancy, and Greg's like uncomfortable by this.
Greg is just usually uncomfortable by the, you know, the magic of it all. It's not magic. The like magical powers. I mean, is it magic? Have we ever decided?
It's not magic. It's water bending. I would say it is like space magitech type shit, you know, where it's like this is inherent to how these beings work. You can call it magic because I would say it's a form of science that we don't understand, you know, because they're aliens. It's like how Star Wars is science fantasy. It's the same thing. There's some magic there, but also it's like space shit. So maybe it's just science. Who knows? So they try fishing the normal way, and hey, Greg gets a bite. Although first he's like, you gotta put something on the end that the fish will like. This is my favorite joke. He's like, you like a worm or, you know, a $20 bill. Why does this feel like a SpongeBob reference?
Because Honestly, it might be because Mr. Krabs does take SpongeBob and Squidward out fishing, and he loses, I believe it's
Right.
his millionth dollar.
I don't know if that's going to be in the cultural references, but I was like, I swear there's an episode where that happens, where there's $1 and they're
Millionth
fishing.
dollar.
Not me $1,000,000.
This ain't me millionth dollar. It's covered in cheap blue lipstick. Actually, it's coral blue number.
Oh well. So it takes a while, but they do finally get a bite, and Lapis gets to reel it in. But it's too heavy. All three of them are pulling, and it snaps.
You lose the catch of the day. That's what it is.
I guess Greg bought himself fishing rod. He meant to rent it.
He's rich. He can afford it. I don't feel guilty.
Have we mentioned whether or not we have to eat Greg because he's the rich now? Do we have to eat Greg?
I volunteer to eat Greg.
I definitely volunteer to eat young Greg. Just wait for next episode.
Wait for next episode, guys.
Charlie will be horny. Don't you worry. So Lapis is upset. She feels bad that she broke the rod, and she just feels bad that she's here and the ocean and everything. She's the SS Misery right here. That's Lapis. And all of a sudden, shit is happening with the boat. Greg is trying to read the manual, and it is not helpful.
Which defeats the purpose of a manual, by the way. Like, your manual should be easy to understand, and it should help you fix whatever you're trying to fix.
This is a rich person's manual for this boat. I feel like this should have been a yacht rather than just a boat.
Right.
Because it's talking about what crackers go with caviar. The joke is water crackers. Do you get it, Robert?
I don't.
I feel like the joke is because it's fish. And
ha! But then they hear something along with the oncoming storm and the engine explodes, which leaves them stranded. Lapis is, hey, they're going to need another boat, not a bigger boat. They're going to need another one. Steven tells her about the engine and begins apologizing about how the trip was supposed to, be great for her, but it's starting to be a bus. Lapis is like, oh, no, it's my fault. She's trying to have fun, but she can't stop thinking about Malachite and always battling Jasper. And Steven says she doesn't have to be with Jasper. However, to his surprise, Lapis is like, actually, I miss her. And it's like, Lapis, no. How many of us have had a friend who is like, I miss my toxic relationship? It's like, bestie, no.
Yeah, it's so much. I also have to point out how when Steven goes to talk to Lapis in this moment, she's got like the anime like shadow over like the top part of her face, like like the drama going on, so you can tell it's emo hours. But
real emo hours, who's up?
The toxic relationship is so real in this episode. She misses this relationship because it's what she knows. It's what she knew for a while, and I don't know what to say about this because I have not been Lapis.
I mean, I've had terrible like relationships, and there were a couple times where like I can go back to them, I can fix them. Like, no, that's not it. I mean, honestly, Lapis is bold because Lapis isn't like I want to go back to Jasper so I can fix her. Lapis is like I want to go back to Jasper because I made her worse, or like I was like I was just as destructive to Jasper as she was to me.
Exactly. That's why she's like, I can't be in control of these things because when I am in control. And when I, do things to people, I do horrible things. I'm a terrible person. I, controlled Jasper in this horrible way. And hey, look, speak of the devil, as thunder is crashing and there's a storm upon us now, Jasper has arrived.
Dun dun dun.
She's been following Lapis this whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm. Lapis is like, wait, you've been following us? And Jasper's like, no, I've been following you. Jasper is like, wow, you got like this lesser version of rose quartz working for you. Hey, you got to turn that shield the other way around. Lapis is the one who's like the villain or whatever.
But then she swats Steven away and she kneels to the ground, grasping Lapis's hand and is like, please fuse with me again. Is Jasper a sub?
Maybe.
I think she wants to be domed by Lapis. I feel like that's the relationship that they have here.
Maybe.
That's just my interpretation of this. But Remember what Jasper used to say about fusion, Robert?
It is a cheap tactic to make weak gems stronger.
And now she says, it was wrong about fusion. You made me understand. They could be so much stronger than either of them were by themselves. They could fly.
They can fly. Yeah. It's, again,
Lapis can
it's,
fly,
yeah, Lapis can fly. If Lapis can fly, does that mean that Malachite can fly?
Yeah. Well, that's what Jasper says. She's like, we could fly. And I think they did briefly fly.
Maybe
in
they
the few
floated.
times she was out of the water. I think they did briefly.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
Mostly she was trapped underwater. And Steven's trying to butt in here. It's not really working. Lapis is like, I liked taking everything out on you. I needed to hate you.
God, this is really this is messy toxic. It's almost hot. That's how messy it is.
And Jasper is like, but I've changed. You changed me. Yeah, Lapis, you made her worse.
Oh my God. I you know what? I want to make someone worse. That's my new life goal. That's the question. Have you ever made someone worse after a breakup? No, I'm gonna now. Well, I mean, I guess that means I have to break up with Mac, and I don't want to do that.
No, you don't have to break up with Mac. You just have to make Mac worse.
I think I've made it. I think I made him worse already. Eventually, Lapis just gets tired of Jasper being, oh my God, please take me back, and just fucking punches her away, launches a fist through the ship, and launches her Team Rocket style, a billion miles away.
Well, Jasper is going after Steven because Lapis is like, no, I don't want this. I can't want this. And Steven's backing her up she said no. Jasper's like, it's your fault. So water, fist, fuck you, back to the bottom of the sea. Again, goodbye, Jasper. Maybe we'll see you in a few episodes. And Greg bought a boat, I guess. Oops. The SS Misery. Rip to a real one.
Rip to a real one. And that's just, that's how it is. And the episode ends with Steven and Lapis agreeing that the ocean is beautiful.
Yeah. Poor Greg has to be held by his hands by Lapis as she's flying away and Steven's on her back. He lost his captain's hat. Rip.
But
Robert.
But Charlie.
Should we go to the Crystal Temple?
For some Crystal Temple trivia.
Yo.
This episode's name was first revealed in the episode listing on the Cartoon Network website.
This episode features a new ending theme.
Yes, it does. Steven, and now for cultural references. Steven and Greg pointing at each other while saying, "Hey," is a reference to Arthur the Fonzarelli's famous catchphrase from the sitcom Happy Days.
I can't believe I didn't even mention that in our recap because I was just like, oh my God, they're being so cute. Because they're making little jokes at each other. I love Greg and Steven.
I love Greg and Steven too. Yeah.
After Greg realizes he does not know how to fix the boat's engine, he gravely tells Steven, this trip might be a little longer than we thought, little buddy. This is a reference to the classic television series, Gilligan's Island, as Greg is wearing a sailor's hat similar to the skipper, who frequently referred to the title character as Little Buddy.
It is traditionally bad luck to rename a ship after it has already been named, which Greg does, possibly contributing to the misfortune Greg, Steven, and Lapis encounter, although this may just be a coincidence. And now for Charlie's favorite section.
Continuity. When Steven brings Lapis down to the docks, she covers her eyes with her water wings, similar to how she did in the episode Barnmates.
Greg refers to the riches he acquired in Drop Beat Dad for Marty.
Greg and Lapis refer to the events in Ocean Gym.
Jasper says that she realizes that she was wrong about fusion, similar to how she did in the episode Super Watermelon Island.
Go.
And now for our Pearl points. Who are getting our Pearl points to, Charlie? I'm giving mine to Lapis.
Yeah. I think the only little guy I would have given it to was the sign that said Little Lappy, but I think Lapis really.
That's not little guy enough. The sign not. Saying little Lappy is not little guy enough.
But it's so sad of a sign. It's so awful.
Yeah.
How it fucked over the ship.
Yeah.
But no, Lapis really deserves it in this episode for all the growth that she's gone through.
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I could talk about this relationship more, but I feel like I don't have the personal experience to really talk about their toxic relationship.
Yeah. Which is funny because like the best question I guess for this episode would be like, have you ever tried to go back to like a toxic ex or like to a messy relationship? And my answer is yes. I already said this earlier, and then I realized for a bunch of different reasons I should not have, and then I didn't, and now I'm in a happy relationship with someone who's good.
That's gay. You're really gay, Robert.
Charlie, have you tried to go back to a toxic ex relationship or a relationship that wasn't good for you?
No.
Charlie is boring, everyone. Charlie just lives by their own rules.
I do live by my own rules.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well,
that was the question. That's right.
That was the question. That's it. Charlie, thank you as always for making a podcast with me.
Thank you, Robert, for making a podcast with me. Did I mention that I love and appreciate you?
I love and appreciate you too. And I love and appreciate our listeners. And with that being said, if every podcast were perfect,
we wouldn't have the bits.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our dime line through thebitsSUpod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/thebitsu. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about Steven Universe, or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Steven's Room, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with Steven in some way. No promises.
You can check out our merch store, The Bits SU, on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie, me. Or if you cannot do that or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. It really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with Ray called Of the Eldest Gods, where we talk about the mythology book series by Rick Riordan, starting with Percy Jackson. I also co-host a podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. If you want to hear more from me, check out my YouTube channel, also called the Damn Meme page, where I make videos mainly about Percy Jackson, but also sometimes other fun stuff. If you want to find me elsewhere in the podcast verse, you can also tune into my podcast, The Pit Crew, a show dedicated to dissecting the HBO Max medical drama, The Pit. The Bits is proud to be part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Super Scary, a love letter to superheroes, sci-fi, and horror movies hosted by Josh.
Do you love to be super scared? Do you enjoy listening to hilarious hot takes on timeless classics? Well, fear not, listeners. I'm here. Welcome to the Super Scary Podcast, where we cover everything from the supernatural to the superpowered. I'm your host, Josh, a scaredy cat nerd who enjoys superhero, sci-fi, and horror movies way too much. Whether I'm processing my trauma from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or reminiscing on the nostalgia of Hocus Pocus, my guests and I have a hilarious time going through our favorite and sometimes not so favorite moments. I'm your friend till the end, listeners, because everyone's entitled to one super scary podcast. We post weekly episodes on Mondays, and you can find us at Super Scary Podcast on all the socials. See you in the afterlife, listeners.
But yeah, no, they're still calling it DashCon 2. It seems, as far as we know. Oh, I didn't look to see if they announced their theme yet. Actually, that stuff's probably on the website. Because remember last time it was like the clowns. It was the circus theme.
What happens if I like look up stuff? Access the VODs, about us, planning my trip. Ooh, wow, DashCon really out here.
Yeah, I know.
Planning their stuff.
Tell me
good
about the theme for next DashCon. Is there a theme yet? I want to know.
We won't know yet, but read email. Quick, read email.
I mean that's most of it. They're just like, it's happening again, 2026 in August. Again, the same place as before. You heard about the duel. You heard the duel happened.
Right.
That Strange Eons killed the Muppet Joker.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. I watched it on YouTube. There might be some big event, but they probably won't have a duel. I think they're going to have more space this year. They put in the email, do not ask Dan and Phil to come to DashCon 2. I know you want to. They will say no.
No. What? DashCon 2 is afraid of us asking Dan and Phil to come, not because they'll say no, but God forbid they say yes.
Oh, and they have a Discord.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yo, link me that. Wait, link me that shit. I gotta go to Discord.
This is still in our email. I just like leave like DashCon 2 in our email. Let me delete some of our useless Tumblr emails.
We're so back. Where the fuck is this? Join the Discord. Hell yeah, I'm joining the fucking Discord. Are you kidding me? Opening Discord. Accept as the damn meme page. Oh my god.
The damn meme page. Also, I guess they're officially sponsored by Strange Eons now. I don't think they were officially sponsored by her last year, but she was in fact their proud guest before. Yeah, I mean that's the basic summary of what's going on.
I'm sorry, I'm just choosing my pronouns on on the DashCon 2 server. Oh fuck yeah!
How many people are in it? Is this a big server?
This has how many? This is like 250 people.
Okay, I could join that. I could be not super intimidated by that. I joined like a Chicago queer server, and then like so many people kept joining, and I basically have this thing muted at this point because I'm terrified to go in here. There's too many people in it.
There's like Ball Pit, Regular General, the cooler. Oh, the Regular General's talking about Dan and Phil. Oh my god.
Yeah, have we talked about this on the podcast yet?
I'm just gonna say hello, new friends. Hello, new friends. I love dashing and conning and doing it twice. Oh yeah. So to give a peek behind the curtain. No, didn't we talk about it with Ethan?
Did we? Okay.
Didn't we?
I can't remember anything that happened previously in the pod.
Even if we had, oh no, we had, because Ethan was like, yeah, we all knew. And I'm like, yeah, we all knew, but that's not the point. The point is, so for those of you who don't know, who didn't listen to last week's episode for some reason, Dan and Phil, the YouTubers, Dan and Phil, the YouTubers, after 16 years of hiding their relationship, confirmed it earlier in the month of October. And the internet, of course, was like, oh my God. And like a good chunk of the internet was like, oh my God, we knew the whole time the closet was glass. And that's not the point. The point is that like they went through so much shit. Even Charlie, who's not a big fan PHAN, who's not a big fan of them.
I just know people who are fans of them, so I'm in the periphery. I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure that my fellow fans know about this.
Yeah. It's just really funny. I'm already having fun in the DashCon 2. How long do I have to be in this DashCon 2 server before I mention that I run a Steven Universe podcast with my friend Charlie?
Okay, I guess I have to join this now as well. I was gonna wait until we were done podcasting so that I wouldn't be distracted, but now you've distracted me.
No.
Therefore,
see, like the
Robert,
thing to do.
You lied to me. This has over 1,000 people in it.
What the fuck? Oh, that's online. Wait, I did not read the. Yep, that is indeed over 1,000. So that's my B. I only counted the people who were online, and I'm like, oh, that's like 250 people, and then I just completely ignored the other 600
Let's
plus.
See if I stay here, but I will join this tentatively. and now be terrified.
Oh my god, Charlie just showed up. Holy crap, I'm gonna heart that.
Where is anything?
Yeah, that's always my critique about joining
Any
a server where I'm like, where is half the shit?
I don't even know where the like welcome message, or if there is a welcome message.
There's like welcome and rules, and then there's introductions. Hi friends. Hi friends. I'm Robert. My exclamation key does not want to fucking work. Thank you. I use they, he pronouns. 28 years suffering on
okay, they have a bunch of colors. And one of them is in fact ball pit piss for yellow.
For anyone who heard that smash, that's me trying to smash my keyboard to be like, can my keyboard fucking work? 2011. One of the things that hurt me was getting my, like, hi, you've been on Tumblr for 15 years message earlier this year. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I've been on Tumblr since like 2010? What are you talking about?
Oh my god, there's a fandom roles section. Robert, we need to podcast about this episode. I'm sorry I've derailed us so much. The ADHD is ADHDing. But they have a, like, it's hilarious that they have specifically Super Hulock fandom roles. Oh my god, there's a Barbie fandom role. I'm gonna cry, actually. I'm gonna cry. No, even worse. There's a Once Upon a Time fandom role. Bring Entering Storybrooke to Dashcon. Bring it back just for that.
Dave X Media.